Good morning, everyone. It is bright and early where I'm at. I'm going to be putting this netting down over my brassicas because these squirrels are digging up everything. So wish me luck, because here we go. So there was just two of the poles and I just have to connect them just like a tent, if you can see right here. So I'm just connecting these, which is pretty easy, and then it looks like I just take the poles and run them through the net like you were going to set up a tent for camping. And then they also do have little metal pieces to keep them secure into the ground, because yesterday we came home from a Costco run, and first of all, when we got to the back door, I opened it and there was a squirrel digging up my cabbage and just throwing it to the side. And so yeah, I was really frustrated, and I knew I had purchased this from Amazon. It was super inexpensive, like $9.99. I'll link it in the comments, but I knew that I had to do this morning. It is Easter Sunday and it is early, almost 7 a.m. and this is what I'm doing before my family gets up. I have pies in the oven. We are getting ready to cook a big feast, but this is very important to me this morning, so I'm off and running with this. So it looks like it has zippers, so I can zip and unzip and get it in there. And then at the bottom it has these little clips where the poles can clip right into that. And then I have metal little posts that I can slam into the ground. So we will see. Catch you in a second. So this is what it looks like with one of the hoops in. And it was fairly easy to do. It brings me back to when I was a kid, because I started to realize that, like when I was young and my family used to tell me to put the pole together first, and then them little connectors in between the pole right there would snag on the tent, and it used to be so frustrating, but this was fairly easy. Thankfully, I'm a pro at that from doing it when I was young. My huskies seem to think that this is a toy or something I'm putting together for them, because they are intensely watching me, but we'll see how it goes. So here is the finished product, which it's great. I'm going to tie up the top of it. You can see that there's some little ties. I'll tie it to kind of strengthen it, but I didn't realize the bottom has mesh, and so maybe it was made for plants that you're bringing from indoors outside to set inside of there, but we are gonna fix that. I'm going to have my husband cut it very nicely so it doesn't look super horrible, but yes, I'm going to tie up the little ties. So it has ties at each side of the pole as well, so that will firm it up, and we will see. So here it is on top of the cabbage. Like I said, my husband is going to come out when he gets up. It's not even 7 a.m. yet. It's Easter Sunday, so everybody is asleep, and I am trying to figure out a way to overcome squirrel damage. Morning gardener thoughts. But you can see I covered one of them up with a jar, but here it looks like somebody's been nibbling. The sad part is, it would be one thing if I was sharing my harvest with the squirrels, but I seen them out here pulling them out and just throwing them to the side. So here's what it looks like. I'm surprised at how easy this was. It was truly really easy, and I do like that it has a zipper, so I can go in if I need to and do whatever I need to do in there. I just need to have him like cut the bottom, which I hope goes smoothly. I'm gonna do some research on what the intentions were for this. I think it is what I said before, that it was for indoor plants coming outside, to kind of just hide them in there like a tent. But yeah, I will show you the finished product once it is tended to, once my household wakes up. So here are the little tools I have to put this together. I am going to create a slit. So I did look it up, and it does show that it protects from chickens and squirrels and critters, but they did have indoor plants, potted up plants in there. So I looked underneath the reviews and people were saying that they just cut a slit. Patience isn't my strong suit, so I checked on my husband. He's sound asleep, so we are going to do this ourselves. I need to be strategized because it looks like, from what I can tell, I have woken up before the squirrels did this morning. There's no squirrels in sight, but we're going to get this done. So here she is. I will say that it did take a little bit of maneuvering, but I got it done, and I'm almost 100% positive it's going to work great. I didn't put the stakes in yet, but this is going to be a game changer for my garden, and so I'm very pleased with this. But we'll watch it throughout the gardening season and see how it goes together. I think I might buy some more of these. The great thing is the netting that I did cut off, I can use for other projects and other plants. So we'll chalk this one up as a win. And Tanakheran Tony for the win. That is my Dakota name. So I'm so proud of myself. And I just can't wait when I'm looking out my back window and a squirrel sees this bad boy. Mischievous laugh because I got you, friends. I got you. I will link this in the comments because I think it's really going to do the job it was intended to. Okay, I have to go cook. I hope you have a great Sunday.